USA where they can capitalize right here.
0-2. Turner to left field and deep. Peralta back. It is gone! USA!
His New Jersey may be ugly, but that grand slam was pretty nice. While the USA would eventually fall to Japan in the World Baseball Classic, when was the last time you heard a crowd react like that? I'm not sure I ever have. The closest thing for me was when Jorge Soler hit a baseball to the moon in the World Series, and my guttural scream of joy bounced off every wall in my house and burst my eardrum. But seriously, baseball feels back. It seems for once people, outside of the diehard fans, care. Now, despite the rule changes, despite everything, it is on the MLB to keep the excitement going, and I'm sure they cannot be happier that opening day is today. You know what I have been waiting to say for so long? The Atlanta Braves play today. They don't play a spring training game. The Atlanta Braves actually, really 100% play today. So, building off the hype of the World Baseball Classic, what should we expect from the Braves this season? Let's start with the opening day roster. While it is not officially set at the time of recording this is most likely what it will look like. The infield will look to be what we expected. Matt Olson at first, Ozzie Albies at second, Austin Riley at third, and Travis d'Arnaud and new face Sean Murphy behind the plate. Wait, did I miss a spot? Oh yeah, shortstop. We're of course going to see Grissom here. Wait, no? We're going to see Shoemake then, right? No? Arcia and Adrianza are the answer? Now, I'm going to keep this video short no matter what you think of the shortstop position. This is a pretty good infield. Obviously, you would rather have Dansby back, but I don't hate this. I see Matt Olson and Sean Murphy improving offensively from last year, while Riley and d'Arnaud will remain the same. I worry about Albies coming off injury, but if he is anywhere near 100%, you have to imagine he will improve. That means the only spot of real worry is shortstop. Arcia is a shortstop. He does everything good enough. What's the phrase? Jack of all trades, master of none. He is truly a slightly above average shortstop. Now, he could be the shortstop for the season, but I don't see it going that way. Shoemake and Grissom will get needed at-bats and experiences in the minors, and hopefully one of them will make enough of an impression to kick them back up to the major league roster and slowly replace Arcia as the starter. I truly believe something along those lines will happen. Now, to the outfield. From left to right, you have Rosario, Money Mike, and Acuna. I expect a big bounce back from Rosario, as reports are his eye is much better and he feels good. Acuna MVP season inbound, and Michael Harris II will find his way to an all-star game. That is what I think will happen. But if Rosario were to falter, Hilliard and Pilar will find their way into that left field spot. Both have impressed this spring and are above replacement value, so expect Rosario's leash to be short. Finally, he who shall not be named. Sorry. Marcell Ozuna will DH. A decent spring training will give him DH starts at the beginning of the season. However, if he does poorly, expect another short leash on him, as the DH could go to Hilliard, Pilar, or d'Arnaud when Sean Murphy is catching. Finally, the pitching. Here's what you need to know. The Braves never figured out who their fifth starter was going to be. Ian Anderson didn't impress. Of course, Mike Soroka got injured. But there's two young guys. However, to begin the season, the Braves will likely carry only 4 starters. Max Fried, Spencer Strider, Charlie Morton, and Jared Schuster. You have definitely heard of 3 of those names if you're a Braves fan. Max Fried and Strider will battle for a Cy Young, while Morton has a chance to be the best 3rd or likely 4th starter in the MLB. Schuster is a high draft choice, a first-round pick, and has improved drastically every year since being drafted in 2020. He feels like a good bet for Rookie of the Year. Now, are the Braves crazy? No team has planned only having 4 starters to begin a season in a long time. The Braves aren't crazy. Kyle Wright has a minor injury and will likely return to start by game 15 or so of the season. Dodd, a highly touted prospect within the organization, will also likely be brought up to start the 5th game of the season, be the 5th starter, and thus demote a bullpen arm down to AAA. Speaking of the bullpen, these are the arms. Going one by one on them would take forever. But what you need to know is this bullpen is strong. I have them as a top 3 bullpen in the league. Now, Raciel Iglesias is injured, but will be the main closer when he returns. AJ Minter will likely take that role for now and then bump down to the 8th inning. Now, this has been a lot of talking, but we are almost done. Promise. With Wright and Iglesias being injured, who will be sent down when they come back? Well, Dylan Dodd will push bullpen arm Michael Tonkin down. Then Dodd and Schuster will battle for the 5th starting spot, and whoever loses will be sent down to make room for Wright. Then, when Iglesias is brought back, expect one of the backup outfielders to go down to AAA, either Hilliard or Pilar. Finally, if Shoemaker or Grissom come up, expect Ahiri Adrianza to go down. Well, folks, that's all. That is the Braves' opening day roster, and now you know all you need to know going into today. Expect this team to win around 105 games. Anything can happen, and that is an extremely high number. But I think this team is really, really good. The starters, the depth, and the random prospect that will be pulled from a single A or double A team who will become a Hall of Famer all point to this team being great. Thanks for watching. This has been Peach State Sports, produced by me, Joseph Kopshow. If you're interested in any of my platforms, please check them out and of course subscribe.